from St. Mary's. Travel. Here we go. Shot. Tigers win it. Tigers win it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my God. What a game. What a game. Everybody's on the court. Hell of a game by Lynn Tech. Hell of a win, 68-64. Hello, welcome to another edition of After the Whistle, Wednesday, February 19th on this cold day. It's freezing out there, man.
Jesus, man. Whole week.
Man, leaving the house is like, you gotta contemplate certain stuff if you want to
see what I got on, man. I got my gym attire still on. I thought about changing. I said, man, it's like 14 degrees out there. It looked like it's nice out.
Right.
Yeah, the sun's shining, but it's brisk.
Yeah, last
Wind
night.
is crispy, too.
Man, that wind last night. Oh, my goodness.
When the wind's whistling, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yo.
I felt like a bad biddy out there. That wind whistling at me.
Oh my gosh, man! It's been
Yeah, crazy. A bad biddy.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of biddies, you ever notice like when if you like talking to somebody, not even just conversation and passing and all that, and they randomly stop talking to you, and then you like, oh, they're dating somebody now. Ain't that the most annoying thing ever? Like, they just stop talking to you because they got a significant other. Like,
I personally think it's their lack of self-control.
Yeah.
Some people just talk to people based off interest rather than just genuine conversation. Even if you find a person attractive or not, there shouldn't be like a reason why you're talking to somebody all the time.
Right.
You could develop, relationship and all that. Most people just see somebody, oh, they're nice looking, let me go talk to them.
Right.
Rather than just, let me see what that person's about, or even a decent person or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just find, that's happened a couple times. I just be like, and then they try to circle back. I'm like, what do we really got to talk about now? Like, you just fell off the face of the earth.
Well, what?
What are we talking about?
Well, listen. I've been taking a break from the species of the female, man.
That's quite a way to put it.
So, I really don't have an opinion right now on that. I really don't. They're just where I'm at right now. I just decided to take a short little break from them. So I don't even. You get what I'm saying?
No, trust me, I get it. Yeah.
So I don't even put energy into trying to figure certain things out. That's all. That's the way I should put it.
Yeah. Good way to put it. Good way to put it. Well, over the weekend there was a lot of energy putting on the negativity of the All-Star weekend, which was like, it was just crazy All-Star weekend. Well, first of all, to the audience, I didn't watch Sunday. Because if I have to ask how is this going, what's the rules, I'm not going to watch it. So I didn't watch the actual whatever they were doing for the All-Star game, right? But there were so many people complaining about just everything. It felt like, it was just like, did everybody just fly out here to complain? Like, this is like supposed to be a family reunion type of thing for the NBA, the big money maker, but Adam Silver ruined the NBA with all this gimmick stuff he's got going on. Like, well, make it an actual game. That's what people want. East versus West, and players to wear their team's jerseys. That's literally what the fans want. East versus West, and have the players wear their own jerseys. I felt like after the players stopped wearing their own jerseys, that's when it's kind of been taking a downfall.
Yeah, I just think it was a poor attempt at trying to bring competition back. I think it could have been done a different way to try to bring competition back. Meaning they didn't have to have 3 different teams, have Chuck Kenny and them drafting teams. They could have just did international versus U.S. I think that would have been more of a competition.
I just think All-Star Weekend
the circus.
Pretty tough because you got guys that really prefer to probably be on vacation or just enjoying that week break, but they're All-Stars.
Yeah.
So they're doing their duty. for themselves and the fans, but like it's just tough, man. Like I didn't watch Saturday because I was dealing with a sick kid. I didn't mind Sunday personally. I knew Shaq OG was gonna win it based on the personnel.
The roster. I knew it too, actually.
And it's like that OG team, I feel, is like kind of like the back end of a generation where everything we did was kind of consumed with basketball. Video games was basketball video games.
Right.
Always watching basketball and won. Now these players play a game and go play Call of Duty. You know what I mean? They just do certain things that doesn't really revolve around the game. So we was always just trying to improve ourselves as basketball players, regardless of what we did. Yeah. Trash can basketball. Right. You know what I mean? We were just so engulfed in basketball. This generation is different. So like,
right. And it was like it was 3 hours of just nonsense pretty much, and total it was like 34 minutes of actual basketball being played. It's like you stopping it to do some type of contest, you stopping it for Kevin Hart to just get on everybody's nerves, and you stopping it to like a funeral service for the inside the NBA and stuff like that. It was just like there was too much going on besides basketball. If they did all that other stuff a different time or way beforehand, and then just got to the game, people wouldn't have been complaining so much. But it was just like, bro, Kevin Hart, he's over here just, it's bad when the players is like rolling their eyes and like,
get him out of here. Things like that.
Yeah.
I think what put the icing on the cake for the players though was the fact that there was like the rookies and all of them was involved. Dudes that really weren't even all-star worthy were involved with that game. Like me as an older person, I don't respect that at all. Like, I feel the players on that. Like, yo, wait a minute, come on, yo. Like, this is All-Star Weekend. You got to really earn that to really play in that game to be seen, because everybody's watching in different countries.
But the same way they can be like mad about that or aggravated, they got to put forth a better product, so they won't even have the idea to bring in them young guys. You know what I mean? So my thing is, what's so hard about playing basketball? Just playing good quality basketball for 2 hours. They kill in the summer. They be killing themselves in the summer playing pickup. And I get it. It's your little vacation. Then just forgo your All-Star and give it to somebody else that might want to produce. That might have got snubbed or something like that. Like, I don't put too much stock in the All-Star week, because the older we get, the more we see behind the curtain.
It's just the whole party.
But remember, this really ain't for us anymore. It's for like the keep in their 20s, you know what I mean? Like, it's really ain't for us. Because the older you get, the more you see the BS in everything. Everything.
Right. And like, and people just keep like comparing, like talk about, oh, you guys don't play competitive and all that. But it's like, like the old school games, we knew like the first 3 quarters there was gonna be us. Yeah. And then the fourth quarter come.
You knew it was on.
If it's a close game, that fourth quarter, everybody's starting to play serious now. And then it was that point, like Chris Paul and Kobe, when Kobe was still alive, they were like the only two that would play hard in the All-Star games, and the West would just, West would win by like 20, 30. I think Chris Paul said in interviews, like, me and Kobe were the only ones that came in there playing serious. And took it serious.
And too, I think the organization was kind of wild, because when they honored, inside the NBA, I thought it was like halftime.
Right.
But it was a timeout.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't even, it was weird, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they go to they was stopping at 15, 30.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was a time.
But I'll be honest, like, we live in a world where, granted, people have their opinions on if Kevin Hart's funny or not, but like, we live in a world where like certain groups will tell you who's funny to them, and we gotta accept it. You know what I mean? And I'm not one of those people. Like,
I don't think I laughed at one of his jokes.
I'm not a big fan of him. I respect his hustle, his grind, paper soldiers and all that, but like, I just don't. You reach a certain light where like you can't really be yourself anymore regardless of your subject matter. And I just feel like it's more or less for everybody else rather than your core fans that kind of supported you.
And also with All-Star Weekend, the NBA has already priced out most of like real diehard fans, and I feel like people that really want to go to All-Star Weekend just to get that whole All-Star experience, like the Saturday events where they got to watch the practice and all that, I think they can't even go because they priced out and they can't, So I think that's why I keep saying how Adam Silver ruined the NBA, because his whole thing is just like, how can we make the league more money? How can we make the league more money? But then it's like, the league's gonna make more money. You don't get the TV deals and the advertising deals. But then it's like
Hooper.
No.
Like, what experience in basketball did him or Stern have?
Zero.
None.
So that's why I don't be listening.
They have experience and money.
Exactly. So at some point, you got to get somebody who's experienced in money and actually knows the game a little bit. Can Silver even shoot a free throw?
I told you look like Earthworm Jim.
But has he even shot a free throw? If I'm the commissioner and I know y'all looking at me funny, I'm gonna show you I got a little skill. Show you something. Just shut y'all up at least.
Right.
I've never seen a man dribble a basketball. Go between the legs, behind the back,
Anything.
In and out. You been twirling on your fingers.
I was about to say that. You never
Even the
one
kids
of
that
these.
suck could do this on the walk to the park. Like,
And then,
I was about to say that. I swear to God.
I can't twirl the
You
thing.
can't even do that. I can't even do that.
We can
really.
hoop. That's why.
Right.
Them twirly kids walking around doing all this. I'm not impressed.
Right.
But at least show me you can do something.
and then the icing on the cake, Jason Tatum, he's like the poster child of like NBA disrespect, and for him to not to get the MVP,
I know.
and we get it.
But
they're in the Bay and all that. Well, you're just looking at the stats, and you're like, come on now.
I
Like,
agree,
come on now.
but Steph, come on.
It was even Steph said it. This is what he said. It was like hometown favorite.
Yeah.
He said it.
I mean, he was
When
out there.
he hit
was
that
out there
half
doing
court.
his thing, though.
Once he hit that half
was,
court, I said, okay, you got to give him the trophy.
He was doing his thing. And I don't think people want Tatum to be a two-time All-Star MVP. People forget when he dropped that 50 burger on.
This was a Ronald Curry McDonald's All-American game type of thing. He got the MVP because it was in his home
that was
state and
definitely
stuff like
that.
that. So
I picked him or Dame because Dame's from Oakland too.
Okay.
So when I did my bet, I thought it was gonna be Steph or Dame, and Steph hit.
Yeah. Saturday night, the contest wasn't bad. I rewatched it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Stephon Castle did his thing. But we just reached the point where we've seen so many dunks and it's just like you don't even get excited. But the dunks he was doing was really good dunks. But I guess McClung again.
He kind of reminded me of the old school guys.
Right.
Castle did.
Yeah, I seen, the highlights and all that, but McClung, man. You got to just get, ex-champions. Think about it, he won 3 times?
Three times.
I mean, Nate can't do it because he needs surgery and all that, but you can get, like, the guys who won it in the past.
Yeah, like Zach. Zach said he might come back.
He's still young enough to. Zach's still. I don't even think Zach's 30 yet. So he's still.
Really?
Springs, yeah, I don't think he's 30. He might be late 20s.
Zach Levine?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he's in his 30s.
I'll double check.
Might be 30.
He might be
like 31.
I thought he was like 31, 32.
I don't know if he's getting up like he used to. He can still get up,
Yeah,
though.
he can still get up.
But he ain't a pogo stick
Who
like.
else said there was somebody else that said they might come back too?
Well, Josh said he might dunk.
He turns 30 next month.
Okay, see? Yeah, wow. Yep, you're right. He's still young. Levine can definitely do it. I'd like to see Jar in there. That'd be nice.
Everybody want to see John.
I want to see Gordon in there again, man.
Aaron Gordon?
Yeah, come on, man.
That's my dude, though.
Like,
After they
I would
robbed
say,
him?
for him being that size
Ed.
and being that creative, that's impressive. What's up, bro?
What up, Ed? Can you see us? Can you hear us?
Pager working on that. Pager working on that.
okay.
But you're right. You're right. Yeah.
That means creative to be that size. Like,
Yo,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
That because he did get robbed.
yeah.
That was highway robbery. That 2016 one.
Yeah.
That was highway robbery.
He still has the best dunk I ever seen.
Which one? He jumped over Taco?
Yes. When he turned
between
both his
the
legs like
legs.
that's crazy, bro. When he put both his legs up, when he caught the ball and put both his
He grabbed it from the hand.
Yeah, he grabbed it.
Did the Karl Malone?
Yes. Yep.
All right.
What up,
What up,
man?
Ed?
What up?
What's
going on, brother?
going on? We just chatting about All-Star Weekend and the getting away from the game and all the other stuff they was doing besides playing the actual game, stopping the game for like 15-minute ceremonies, stopping the game for all this other stuff. It was just like, bro, what are we doing here?
Everybody seems to say it's boring, so they were trying to not have it be boring.
Right. At least get somebody that's funny. If you want to have a stand-up comedy show in the middle of a NBA game, at least get somebody that's funny. Because Kevin Hart, he was not funny at all.
Nah, I ain't laugh at one thing, for real.
You saw the players' reaction. we saw the players' reaction. Finalists for Hall of Fame: Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony. No, those are the two because we kind of saw their whole career from start to the finish. It's kind of crazy too. Like we see some of these guys now that are becoming finalists. Like we kind of saw them when they was the top players in high school and college, and now like it's coming to an end. Like basketball is like completely coming to an end with like the Hall of Fame induction. How's y'all feeling about that? You know, and you know, Melo is one of everybody's favorite players, and you know that.
I think Melo's a lock for what he did. In college, he won a championship freshman year, something like that. Went to the NBA, had a great career in the NBA, great scorer. Dwight Howard, I don't know.
I think Dwight should be in. He's just, if you just look at his resume and what he did. I think he was like 4-time Defensive Player of the Year awards. I think him and Mutombo got the most. That run with the Magic and all that. Like he's gone up against the best and he's put up numbers. And you know, I think Dwight Howard, if he don't get it first time around, it might not be because of basketball reasons. Because,
right, and that's what
because people talk about him not being in the top 75.
That's what I mean about him not making. Not that I don't think he deserves it, but I don't think that it's a lock for him. That's what I like. It's a lock for.
They out here treating Dwight like the baseball Hall of Famers do. Their personal feelings getting in the way because he's a little weird.
I believe so. Because you got to look at the guys that are voting.
Yeah, but you know, stats speak for themselves, man. And defensively, he was definitely a powerhouse, man.
And then you got to just look at it. If Mutombo was first ballot, they pretty much like got the same like defensive accolades and stuff like that. So,
okay.
He was way more.
I think he's definitely a first ballot. I mean, I don't know what he did off the court that would keep him out, but
I mean, just the way people feel.
Yeah, the way people feel about him is weird. Like, you know, it shouldn't even matter. It's just all about be about your production on the court, especially when he was way more imposing than Mutombo, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things. Like, you didn't want to go in the paint. The White out there jumping, catching your shit on top of the backboard.
Yo, all the stuff he did, dunk contests, and just, you know, the stardom, and he made every team better. Every team that he was on, so
and he was also doing like late in his career too. He was still doing it, but he had so many injuries. Like the biggest one was his back. His back was messed up, but he still was putting up doubles and making like all defense team and stuff like that. So
probably putting up doubles right now with the Lakers.
Yeah. There was definitely a point in time where Dwight Howard was considered one of the best players in the league, top 3 for sure, for a couple of years.
And dominant. Never got an MVP, but yeah, those defensive players awards.
With Orlando.
Right. No, and you weren't able to be here last week, but we want to get your thoughts on the Mavericks and the Lakers trade. You know, we all gave our thoughts last week. We want to get what you thought about the trade and you know how it all went down.
The fact that they're saying like nobody knew on either side is kind of crazy. I figured, you know, Luka would know, LeBron would know, AD, somebody would know. That's kind of crazy that they just kind of did it. But as far as the trade, I mean, I don't know. It probably doesn't really move the needle for either team that much. I'm not in the can. I don't think I wasn't. And I wasn't one of those people that were thinking that nobody is tradable. I personally think anybody's tradable. So I wasn't like super, super shocked. I was more shocked that like they did it without anybody knowing. But I don't think it really moves the needle much for either one of them. The Lakers are already fifth or something. They're cruising. Could end up not like a game or two away from being in third. I mean, I don't think they can make a deep playoff run. They'll get in for sure. Don't think they can make a deep playoff run. The Mavs, I don't think can make a deep playoff run. I mean, it's a trade.
Yeah, and what we also talk about is like the GM that made the trade. It seemed like he just made it for more personal reasons instead of basketball reasons. It seemed like he had like a vendetta against Luka and just everything Luka does.
I'm not. I mean, I don't know him like that, but I do know that the GM's not making a trade like that without the owners. Okay, so if anybody think he just did that on his own, you're out of your mind.
Right. Yeah, that owner. Yeah, they're talking about that owner might move the team to Vegas.
Not to mention the owner also came out and backed the move. Man, the owner is the one that came out and said and put the quote out that Luka is not like. The owner was the one that said when he thinks of the greats and Jordan, Bird, Kobe, and those guys, they were in the gym all the time. They had their guys in the gym, and Luka's not. That's a quote from the owner. Like the GM's not making a move like that without the owner's okay, man. So they all wanted him gone.
Right.
For whatever reason, we're not there.
Right.
For whatever reason, they wanted him gone, and let's stop acting like they were about to win a championship because Luka was there, because they weren't. And that run they made last year, they weren't about to do that again this year. With Luka being healthy, I know he missed all the games, but like they made a run last year. That's what it was. Like that's not a championship team.
Right. And then they also talked about how that particular owner is trying to move the team to Vegas. Is putting plans together to move the team to Vegas because because the casinos wanted to build a casino around American Airlines, but the city of Dallas is not going to let her do that. So that's one of the discussions.
Yeah, maybe, but that's business. I mean, I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I didn't put no money in on it.
But it's crazy how Dallas is protesting and all this. Like they can convince them to bring Luka back.
Bro, it's like 65. It's like 65 people outside that arena. Yo, cut it out.
It's funny to me like they all band together to go stand in front of like they matter.
That's not a protest. That's a get together.
We got to talk a lot of high school basketball coming up right after this Athletes Corner. Shout out to the Lynn English Lady Bulldogs. They dropped by the studio today. They're going to the playoffs, so they find out who they play.
Bulldogs, what up?
Yeah, so from talking to the coach, they might either be going to Attleboro or they might be going the 3 places. They might be going Attleboro, Mansfield, or Leominster. So there you go. Yeah, them low.
Hey, how do you? What do you have to do to qualify for the tournament?
10 wins.
It's like 10 wins, or your power good. Have a good power rankings. Yeah.
Ranked to the top. Was it 32 or something?
Yeah. But
so you could get in. So you can get in with losing records and all that stuff.
Yeah, losing records if you play tough team. If you play good teams. Yeah. One of my issues. A lot of my issues with the power rankings. It's have a whole show about that in another hour, for 2 hours. But yeah, it's confusing. Some of the coaches don't even know the criteria no more because it's yeah.
And if you're from the inner city, you get screwed.
Pretty much.
That's what happens.
Yeah, basically.
What happened?
If you're from if you're a school from the inner city, you basically get screwed.
Yeah, pretty much. But check this out with the Lady Bulldogs, then we're gonna come back, go through some stuff, and we got some high school sports to talk about. Hello and welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner. And today we are joined by the Lady Bulldogs. Well, hello, ladies.
Hello.
First time in the studio. Been trying to get Amara in here for years. She never want to show up. But we got them here. Coach Brennan and the girls just wrapped up the season a couple of days ago. Getting ready to see who they play in the playoffs. Coach, how you doing?
Good. I'm excited to be here. I've never done anything like this before, so it's cool.
Well, it's good to have y'all here. A lot to chat about in these however time we got. But first, let's just talk about year 2 for you, all right? You're coming into a situation. Some of these players, they've gone through a lot during their time, but you're coming into a new situation. Now you got to rebuild, refocus, and try to get the program going again. Process, but year 2, you're in the tournament though. How much of an improvement that is,
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I knew year one it was going to be a lot of just building a relationship with the team, them getting to know me. I'm not from Lynn. They don't really know much or anything about me. Same thing with them, getting to know them and kind of getting into a flow of what works best for us as a team. So I think year one was a lot of just learning about each other. We obviously wanted to make playoffs that year, but it just wasn't in our cards. So coming in this year, we had that foundation. Still a lot to learn and a lot to grow with one another, but we kind of just all had to be on the same page and do it together. And we had some really good ups this season, especially with a couple games in a row of winning, that just built the confidence together. And yeah, we got to our goal, which was playoffs. So.
Right. And then there was that midseason, I think it was like a 6 or 7 game winning streak. Early on, there were some games, had it, then lost it late in the game, like closing out the games and stuff like that. What changed in that winning streak from not being able to close out games to starting to close out games?
Yeah, I think that was a big problem last year too, was we had a lot of like 5 or 6 point games where we just couldn't kind of come back in the end. So this year, just in my opinion, coaching points, calling times out in the right spots, getting the girls just to make sure, like, just because we're down right now doesn't mean we're going to be down the whole game, and just having each of them be confident in one another, because a lot of those games we did have freshmen in the game, and just making sure that we all are confident in each other's abilities and that we trust that we have the tools to do this. We just got to put it together.
Yeah, definitely. For these seniors over here, especially this one over here, Miss Talkative, Sanaya, Amara, Alicia. As I said before, a lot of your 4 years has been an interesting 4 years, not normal for high school students on the basketball court. So many changes. 3 different coaches or 4 coaches? 3 coaches in 4 years, right? Yeah. So every year you just not sure, right? But how are you ladies able just to, number one, stick around? Because sometimes some people just say, I'm leaving, and then you ladies just stuck around. And what made you stay around, and how were you able to overcome all that?
I think, honestly, our love for basketball just kind of kept us there. Because, if you didn't, I don't know, if you watched us from freshman year to now, we weren't really, a team. And then, I don't know.
I think she was saying that from our freshman year, we were kind of disconnected. I think, because our team changed a lot. We did have a lot of seniors and a lot of juniors my freshman year when I played on varsity. So then when a lot of them left, it was new team coming and going. And with the new coaches, we had to start over a lot. So we had to continue to build our relationships with our players and our coaches. And then, it took a while, but I think this year we've came together the most out of every other year.
We did. For me, I believe it was an improvement. Freshman year, by the end of the season, I got to move up, and I just wanted to end it off strong. I seen myself improve every year from freshman, sophomore, junior to senior, and just wanted to have that for myself, just finish off strong.
Right. And this is all y'all first time in the tournament, right?
Yeah. No. I went my freshman year.
Okay. Oh, is that when y'all went all the way to
Durfee?
That was sophomore year.
Oh, yeah, that was sophomore year.
Sophomore?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. But I had went with when Trevor.
So freshman and sophomore year, you would have went.
Yeah. So then I guess both years.
Okay, you went 2 years. All right. That travel to Durfee, I remember that. The drive to Durfee.
That was terrible.
That was a 2-hour drive or something like that, all the way to Fall Rivers. No. I say it all the time. You're driving 2 hours to a game. It's going to take you another hour or so just to get into the game before it started. But by the time you're into the game, it's oh crap. But what did you learn from that tournament run that's going to help for this tournament run?
I think if I learned anything is that we have to jump on them right off the bat. We can't wait until last minute to get energy, which a lot of times that is what we do. We wait until the third quarter to get energy and really put our all into the game. So we have to come out very strong from the jump.
All right. right, we are back. All right, we're gonna go through this real quick. You know, we talk about All-Star games and competition and all that. So the NHL, they kind of replaced their All-Star game with like a 4 nations competition.
That's what that was.
That's what that
I
was.
thought it was like some semi-Olympic stuff. You know what I mean? I wasn't paying too much attention.
NHL.
Yeah, I read up on it. I read up on it, and Canada and USA played on Saturday, and 9 seconds, 3 fights to start the game.
I would have loved to see that. I didn't even see that.
It's like the Frozen Four for the NHL.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
an
much.
All-Star game too.
It's kind of like an All-Star game, but
It's not an All-Star game.
No, but it's like the best players from Canada versus the best players from United States.
From Canada, States, Sweden, and Finland.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so the best players.
They haven't been able to have the 4 nations in a long time because the NHL don't let their players go to the Olympics. And so this is not an All-Star game. This is way more serious than an All-Star game. This is for real.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was like semi-Olympic.
That's why they was beefing like that. 'Cause it was way more serious.
That's why they're fighting like that, and that's why like this. You playing for your nation, for your country, and all that. I know people are trying to compare it to the NBA All-Star game, but that's because people just don't know anything about NHL, yo. But I'm out here in hockey country, yo, and that thing is real. That's not an All-Star game.
Damn, I know where you at. That's why I'm like, I went to Tabor. I had hockey roommates. Trust me, I know it's a different world.
Yeah, because I saw it. I saw people talking about it, and I first thought it was the All-Star game because I was like, oh, is it Canada and USA? But then I saw it was like thing. But yeah, as soon as the puck dropped, they was at it.
So who ended up winning the game?
It's still going on, I believe.
They play tomorrow.
Thursday, championship Thursday.
The final game's tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, but who won between the U.S. and Canada?
It's Canada. They're playing
U.S.
again.
did. U.S. won 3-1. But they're playing each other in the finals.
Yeah, they're playing each other Thursday at 8 o'clock.
So each team played each other, probably, right? So everybody got a piece of each other.
Yeah. Pretty much whatever they did, like a round robin type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's that cool concept. Very cool concept.
That's
And
dope.
Canada and the U.S. always going at it in hockey, bro.
Yeah.
Like always. It usually is the top 2 teams whenever they have.
That's why I said in basketball, U.S. versus Canada or U.S. versus international would have been dope too.
Put them Russians in there too.
Yeah, maybe, but they just did the Olympics. I know I missed the All-Star game talk, but I feel like we're trying to compare this NHL thing, the 4 nations, to the All-Star game. Is probably the only reason why it's even on the thing, right? Because we don't talk about hockey. It's probably the only reason why it's on the thing. But I don't know what people want from the All-Star game. It's an All-Star game. It's not meant to be a real game. It never has been. If you go look at, I don't know if people are just talking this. If you go look at scores of the All-Star game, like, bro, they were scoring 170 in the All-Star games in like 1989. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird when people be like, oh, the score is 180 to 190. Yeah, the score is going to be higher now because guys are making more threes and stuff now. But if you go look at the scores of the All-Star game, they've been blowouts. There's been some close ones for sure. But the games have always been 160-something, 150-something, 140-something. I honestly don't know what people know about the All-Star game. I mean, I don't know what people want with the All-Star game. Plus, I didn't even know anybody really cared. I didn't know people watched it. I thought people watched the Saturday night.
The whole thing was just people complain. It was crazy because that whole 3-hour broadcast, it was just complaining. And
I feel like that's everything on social media now.
Yeah, but
just complaining.
Yeah.
But you know, the 4 nations is legit, man. That's real. I was on the plane the Saturday night of the USA game, and I was watching it on the plane, jumping back and forth from like the All-Star stuff to that game and stuff. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I just like the fact that it was 3 fights in under 10 seconds. That gotta be a record or something, like a Guinness Book of World Records or something.
It might happen again.
It
might.
Yeah, Thursday.
Those all.
It's tomorrow. I'm watching.
NHL guys that don't like each other in the middle of their season.
Watching that,
and they made a point to let you know it's for the flag.
Yeah,
right.
You know
That's what
I mean?
I'm saying. I'm gonna watch that tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Quick baseball update: the Red Sox, they've been bad. They've been bad for the last couple years, but they got that dude Bregman from the Houston Astros. Gonna be. Now they're having this debate: who's gonna be third base, him or Rafael Devers? Like, who cares?
Doesn't matter.
Right? Don't matter.
Argue about who's gonna be third base.
Well, they asked Devers in a press conference, and he's like, "I'm the third baseman" and stuff like that.
He's
like,
probably throw Bregman at second or something.
Yeah, or a DH. It was just like sometimes it's just something like, yo.
I mean, the
he had to
kid's
play
what is he?
baseball.
23.
They said the Red Sox are in the lead to get Vlad. The Blue Jays didn't sign him the other day. They couldn't negotiate.
Yeah, out of all the sports teams in Boston, the Red Sox management has to be the worst one. Well, everybody is in agreement that they're the worst ones because they've been so bad as like keeping the key players or signing key players. I mean, people still upset they let Mookie Betts go when they had the money to sign him. Let a couple other guys go, and then they get the fans all like happy, like we're gonna make a big splash in the offseason, and then they never do it, and then they never adjust their pitching. Pitching's been their issues since they won the.
I think we ain't grabbed one though.
Yeah, but since they won that World Series in 2018, pitching has been their biggest issues in these last several years, and it's been like bullpen issues and all that. So it's like
been pitching.
And then you got a cheap management that don't want to spend when there's no salary cap.
You don't want to spend. You definitely ain't getting no pitching.
Yeah,
sure.
No high quality pitchers at that.
Yeah. No, you right. You right, especially in baseball.
Bro, you need pitchers.
Man, yeah, I don't know, but.
Well, I think they're upgrading with Bregman.
They are,
That's an upgrade, but.
We'll see how the whole season plays out. Everything else plays out. So, they've been teetering 500 each year. So we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully they make the playoffs.
And before we get to the boxing update, did you guys see young lady from Vanderbilt, Michaela Blake, scored her second 50-point game of the season? She had 55 the other day. I think she had already set an NCAA record.
Damn.
Yeah, this was her second one. Her first one was a 51-point game, I think a month or two ago, and then she had 55 the other day.
Bro, there's a couple killers in college basketball.
She's a guard.
I believe so, yeah.
I think there's another one from Florida State that's been dropping like 40 balls and stuff like that.
But they're not playing defense? What's going on?
They just, I don't.
50?
51, 55.
Twice? Like,
Yes,
after the first scout report, you're like, yo, this girl dropped 50 the other day. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I learned about girls basketball, or women's basketball, if a girl's like just head above shoulders and better than you, they're gonna kill you. Like, that's one thing I learned. No matter what your defense is, bro, it just seems like I don't even know, bro. I really don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Bro.
Yeah.
Give me 50 once. It's enough, bro. I'm hacking you.
Women don't play with their food either. Girls basketball, they do not play around. You see how UConn, USC, they do not play with their food, bro. Us guys, we playing around. Like,
And then before we get to boxing, speaking of UConn, they beat South Carolina over the week. I mean, they handled them over the weekend. And I was with somebody, and they was like, sometimes they feel like Gino. There be points in the season where he loses on purpose. They just feel like that way sometimes just because the way he beat.
Make it seem fair.
Yeah, but I don't know. But
I don't know either.
Right. You went down to Connecticut?
Yes, sir.
Let
Definitely went down
him know
to
you went to see
Connecticut.
Sheedy.
Went to see Sheedy, man, fight Jose, and he stopped him. Jose Angulo, he didn't want to come out. I was sitting next to some Angulo fans. It was kind of interesting, kind of fun. But from the moment Speedy stepped in the ring, you could just see the difference. You know what I'm saying? The dude didn't want to fight.
I seen that picture, and I could see the difference.
Yeah, Speedy dancing on him in the second round, dropping to the floor. The ref told him, "Don't do that." It was a Speedy.
Where's Angulo from?
Angulo, was he? He's from one of those countries. I'm sorry.
Did he look like he was ready though?
No. Listen,
Right.
Angulo looked ready. Like
Okay.
he looked like he was. It's just Speedy was just levels above him, bro. Like just the levels. He was catching him in the body, dancing, playing on him.
He had the glow. He was glowing.
Yo, like show right. Yo, to the point where the dude didn't want to come out of the corner. After like the 5th or 6th round, he didn't come out. That's how Speedy won the match. He didn't like knock him out.
No mas?
The dude didn't come
I
out.
mentioned that yesterday, that no boss, the red thing. Damn, man, you quit, bro? Come on, man.
So Speedy, hype. You know what I'm saying? Very hype. But a lot of fans there. It was a great event. I'm glad everybody was safe because the weather was crazy. Driving down there, and so if you drove anywhere around that time, Hopefully you got home safe because it was bad. But I hung out at the casino a little bit to let the weather go by, and I ran into Speedy at one of the spots there, and he's definitely gonna come in. He said, definitely gonna come in. He told me to remind him. Because he just had a victory. He had his belt. He was holding his belt. He was like his baby. You know what I'm saying? I got to hold it a little bit. I looked at it. It says WBC United States Silver Champion. Okay. So what that means is pretty much under the WBC he's ranked within the top 10, top 5 with that belt. So like the dude in his weight class is Barrios. Barrios has that belt. And Barrios is about to fight another dude. So this could give Speedy a chance to get a nice,
that's dope.
World champion.
Keep working, bro.
Shout out. So hopefully he's gonna come in, bro, or we can Zoom or whatever. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
He's definitely gonna make it happen for sure.
All right. Other boxing updates, Pedro. I know I saw Shakur Stevenson's opponent.
Yeah, man.
That fight's not gonna happen, so they're gonna try to find a replacement.
What? Well, Troy pulled out. The Schofield, that kid, the kid Austin, Schofield, Floyd, whatever his name is. Yeah, he pulled. Now he got sick. He said at first Shakur's team poisoned him and this and that, but it wasn't none of that. He just got sick being over there in Saudi Arabia, the climate change and the food difference. Like he ended up getting sick. A lot of people get sick when they travel over there, and that's what happened. And the boxing commission is the ones that told me he can't fight.
Now, one thing I will say, when I was in the Philippines, a Filipino asked me, how you feel? And I was like, I'm good. They said it usually takes Americans like almost a month, a couple weeks to a month to get adjusted to it. So why wouldn't they have guys go over there?
No, he was there for 3 weeks.
Oh, all right then. Oh,
he was there for 3 weeks.
Yeah, then he probably ate something bad, man.
Yeah, and that's what he said. It was food poisoning. He was in the hospital. Like they had pictures of him in the hospital and all that. Like so, it was legit. At first, everybody was like, this dude, he's scared, he's ducking him. But come to find out, he legitimately got sick. So they had to pull a replacement. His replacement is an undefeated dude from UK, 15-0, but only 4 knockouts.
Yeah.
Stevenson gonna run through this guy, Patty. Something was their last name, Patty.
Okay. Speaking of run through, Keyshawn Davis.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Listen, Keyshawn, I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all? Yo, Keyshawn is different, bro. He's different, bro.
But there it is.
Yo, I'll tell you this much, and you're gonna hear from me. Him and Shakur gonna have to fight. They're gonna have to fight.
They're in the same camp, kind of?
They're brothers. They're like brothers, bro. Shakur and Keyshawn.
I thought you said Tank. I was
they're gonna have to fight. Because Tank ain't gonna fight either one of them. He's not.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Keyshawn, he got too much energy. Yeah. That man is like a pit bull. Pit bull / hyena.
Lomachenko ain't gonna fight either one of them or Tank, and those are the 4 champions at that weight class. And Shakur said today, I was listening to something, Shakur said, I ain't going up to 140. I'm gonna be at 135 for a minute. And Keyshawn just got his belt at 135.
Okay.
So you know how the money talks, bro. You throw them boys 50, 25, 50 million apiece, they're gonna fight each other.
Keyshawn different. He very vocal. Very highly confident. Mm-hmm. Like very confident, and he gonna let you know he coming for you. So them guys better get ready.
All right, Pedro, your thoughts?
Instead of No Mas Durant, I like to bust the rhymes. Give me some more. Man, with the Keyshawn Davis thing, I like him a lot. He talks, he looks great, but until he faces the likes of Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, I don't want to hear it, man.
Listen.
I don't want to have their brothers. This is a fight game.
I get it, and that's why I'm trying to tell you, but it's gonna take the money to get them in the ring. Yeah, and listen, they will fight. Don't, like you said, it's the fight game. But you gotta pay them to fight. They're not gonna fight for $10 million.
That's like the Munguia against the Canelo fight. He showed a lot of respect to Canelo. I'm like, come on, man, you guys like going out to dance or something? This is the fight game.
I'm telling y'all right now, it's February. Terrence Crawford's gonna beat Canelo Alvarez in September.
Skills-wise, I think so too.
I'm telling you right now.
At least he's not running. At least Canelo's not running from the smoke. At least that. But yo, how you gonna be racist and you get knocked out by a body punch, by a body blow, and you sat there and basically was like, nah, I'm done, bro. That's what happened to Keyshawn fight. Keyshawn, you watched it?
Oh yeah, but the dude.
No, it wasn't.
Dude didn't send the bananas.
It was
Teofimo.
Teofimo.
All right, my bad.
Teofimo sent it on him, bro.
So he got the confused?
No, he knew.
He knew. He apologized.
I was rocking with Keyshawn.
No, Keyshawn knew.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keyshawn said, I'm still gonna eat you alive.
Yeah, but he apologized to the dude.
Yeah, he told you he was sorry.
Yeah.
But supposedly, Keyshawn said, "Oh, I'm not gonna fight."
I'm just saying, like,
because he sent those whatever.
Yeah, he don't want to, because he's racist, he don't want to give him a payday. Because Keyshawn said, I'm not going to fight Teofimo.
That's the best thing that happened. You know why? Let me shut him up now. Like, let me go fight him.
I'll be honest. Yeah, you gotta just whoop on him. You gotta just whoop on him, man. I get what you're saying. Like, you don't want, but he ain't.
That's what Keyshawn said.
He ain't get money regardless.
And that's what Tank said. Tank also said that. You know that, right, P?
Yeah, but like I see these guys like kind of soft a little bit.
Just whoop on him. Just whoop on him.
That's it, man.
Yeah, but he said he'll whoop on him for free.
Oh, I mean, hey, I mean,
Why put money in this ball? You can take a beating for fucking. Oh my God, take a beating for a couple $1 million. Why even put a spotlight on him?
Nobody though. That's all.
Facts. Any more boxing stuff, Pedro?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, P. We got something.
I think that's it for now.
Nah.
Again,
It was like a whole.
Again, this weekend.
Oh, it's this weekend.
Yeah, but we got Tank coming too.
Tank is in 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
this Saturday, B-ball.
Oh yes. Nah. I wanted to say one more thing about this fight. About this card right here. The best fight on this card is going to be Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker.
Dubois.
Yeah, Dubois, whatever.
He's French.
Yeah. Him versus Joseph Parker, that's going to be the best fight on the card.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, Junior, real quick, we do this fight thing on a weekly basis. Never mind.
Okay, my fault. Yeah, my bad, P.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go to these post-game interviews and stuff like that. Then we're gonna come back. It was a big night in the city last night. Then we're gonna talk about it. So we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it comes down to the end of the game every time. We tried to make it a close game the whole way. Teammates did a great job. Paul Conway, Alex Fay, my captains, carried us through the whole game. I got lucky enough to get that final shot off and went in.
It was like a free-flowing game, up and down. They had an 8-point lead. You guys had an 8-goal run. You had a 5-point lead. You guys cut it down. It seemed like every time they tried to pull away, you guys stuck it in. How were you guys able to be calm in these situations?
It was an absolute battle. I mean, we do it every day in practice. We practice 35 seconds of defense every single practice. If somebody gets an offensive board, that's it. Got to reset. We do it every day. We work our asses off in practice, and that's how we stay composed in those situations.
This felt like a state tournament for tournament. Well, this is a tournament, but it felt like, it's a tournament type of game, I think you guys use this momentum moving forward, and we get ready to find out who you guys play.
Yeah, I mean, we play these games to get prepared for the tournament. We're trying to make some noise this year, trying to get our names on the map, and I think we're going to be able to do that. Awesome, appreciate it, man.
You guys kind of turned it up defensively, went on a run. What adjustments you guys made to just kind of get that big lead back?
We did a good job, because we knew what they were doing. They were scrolling down, doing the double screen. We cut up a couple threes, and the key was really to defend the three-point line and get rebounds. He had one shot, and then offensively we kind of settled down. They did a little pressure. They kind of punched the mouth a little bit. But him right here, it's getting easy layups, easy baskets. Abe hitting a couple threes, just big shots like that, kind of made it easy for us.
For you, big game offensively, 23 points, but it seemed like your man-to-man defense gave the guards issues, and that led to some fast break points and even for baskets. How were you just able to just affect the game on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, when guards pressure me and Matt, we get by them, get easy buckets, find the shooters.
Last game of the season, you guys went for the tournament, trying to get that forward ball. Just how excited are you for the next part of the season, finding out who you guys are going to play next season?
We're super excited, man. 4 in a row. It hasn't been done in a while in Massachusetts. It's a big accomplishment for us, and these 2 games really helped us because both these teams aren't afraid to play us. They played really good. They played really tough throughout the whole game. Give credit to them, and it's really going to prepare us. Kind of like really smart teams that really aren't afraid of us. Really good for us for the tournament.
What do you want to see from the team in this tournament run that you guys are about to embark on? What do you want to see from the team as far as focus-wise and
No, I feel like our team should continue how we've been playing the past couple games, playing hard, not letting up too many points.
All right, fellas, congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.
Work out there. I appreciate it. All right, fellas, a wild game right there, but you guys was able to hold off their rally late in the game and cut the lead down to 3. You guys go make 5 straight baskets to get it back to 7. How calm and under control were you guys when they did make those runs? Because basketball is a game of runs.
So we practice this all time in practice. We take the floor. We have 8 minutes. 8 minutes we play each quarter. We got to win each quarter every time. Shooters came through. Trav, Brandon hit their shots in the corner. That sealed the game. Trav right there.
Bro, coach always says it's the game. We have to be patient, really. That's all it is. Just be patient, take smart shots, get back on D. That's all.
Travis, for you guys had tough covers with the guards, Jake and JJ, but you guys made them work for every basket. In that first half, Jake got it going early, but you guys in the second quarter kind of slowed it down. JJ didn't really get it going until the second half. How were you guys able just to slow down those 2 offensively?
So out of the gate, we really knew it's just them 2. So the whole team's just looking for them 2 to score. So we just had to deny them and really just be patient with it and be aggressive on defense. That's all it is.
Gio, what was working offensively for you? Offensively, 25 points in the first half. You finished with 29 though, but those 25 points, it seemed like you were on a mission in that first half to set the tone early. What got you going?
So I know I needed to set the tone in the game for the first half. Honestly, in the second half, they were coming at me with double teams. I had to get my teammates the ball, let them score, let them take over the game. It's not just me, it's a whole team sport.
All right, lastly, how good of a momentum is this for you guys? The way the season started and the way the season is coming down the stretch, you guys, it's like 2 different teams. Yes. How good of a feeling do you guys have right now?
The start of the season was slow. We didn't have Edric, we didn't have Jaden, but we had to get into our roles. We had to find our roles. Now that we're finding our roles and getting more comfortable at the end of the season, you see what we can do.
Yeah, exactly what he said. Just be comfortable with it, take our time, and just patience, really confidence. That's really it.
All right, fellas, congrats on the win.
I appreciate it.
are back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, before we talk about last night's game between St. Mary's and Lynn Tech, I want y'all to go to this clip. It was from 6 months ago. It's about 3 minutes. Like, this clip, I had CB in here. Just watch this clip, and then we're going to come back in. I'm always paying attention to because I feel like he don't get the credit he deserves. Like Gio, I think he's one of the best players out here, and people don't give him the credit he deserves when it comes to like saying who's the best players around the area.
Yes.
But for him, like just the scoring and the creating and just being calm under pressure, just for him, I seen like his game is really developing, and I'm like, hey, why do you think people just not giving him the credit he deserves? Because there's a lot of players people try to put over him, and I'm just like, nah, that's not the case. Like, Gio might not talk that much, but he gets things done. And being thrown in the fire as a freshman, he was able to get things done.
Yes. It's tough because I I feel the same way you feel, but I feel like he doesn't get his just due, and I don't want to sound cliche or nothing, but I feel like it's the Jason Tatum thing. It's like when you're on a team with good players that are actually not better than you, but as good as you, you kind of get outshadowed, and people don't see the little things that Gio does. He rebounds, he like you said, he creates for players, and then most importantly, he could get a bucket himself. So just him doing everything, I feel like that would cloud people's vision, because when you're doing everything, it's like, what can he do? Instead of when a person just a scorer, it's like, oh, he's getting buckets. It's like, yeah, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get buckets. Now, can you rebound? Can you help the team get wins? And
like
to me as a coach, yes, and to me as a coach, Giovanni, he got better every year. Every year I try to tell him as a coach, add something different to your game. And every year he has done that. So now this year, me as a coach, I'm asking him just to be a little bit more of a leader, And like I said, I go back to the Jason Tatum thing. I think because he's so quiet like Tatum. Like, he's not no in-your-face type of guy. So, in the basketball world, I feel like people tends to like in-your-face guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, Anthony Edwards, type of guys like that. So I feel like if just him being who he is, it kind of gets him, outshadowed. But if you look at the numbers from freshman to now, he's leading Lynn in anything, you know what I'm saying? And as a freshman, he came in and led his team farther than some freshmen did start. And, he been all conference since a freshman. So what more, what more can you say from him? Boston Globe right up. So him and Andy, man, I feel like they're, one of the best backcourts in the state. Now they got to show that. I can't be the only person advocating for that. They got to go out there and show that, and, you add Brandon and Trav to it. It's like, you got a nucleus now. Now we need other guys to step up. So, man, I love Gio, man. He was probably the best thing besides Andy, because Andy handled the ball a little bit more for us, and he controlled the game. But them two to me is 1A, 1B, and I'm just happy to have both of them on my side. And
All right, we back. So with that, talking about Gio, he was the talk of last night's game. He came out the gate yesterday, 25 points in the first half. He finished with 29, but they started putting 2 on him, making sure he didn't score. But in that game, CB mentioned all those guys, Trav, Brandon, and Andy, and all those guys made such big plays. And if you watch Tech from early on in the season, like in those type of situations, they lost games because they didn't make plays down the stretch. They lost like 3 or 4 games because they didn't make the plays down the stretch, or they didn't close out the game properly. But last night, it was like just a great atmosphere for what Lynn basketball should be and should look like, with everybody there, packed gym, people heckling each other, people heckling the refs, but all in fun, and they even had one hell of a game.
Yeah, man. I wasn't there, but I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the Lynn Tech Tigers. I'm a Lynn Tech Tiger, man. I hear you laughing. I'm a Lynn Tech Tiger, so I'm very proud of my Tigers, man. That was a huge win. That rivalry goes back. Excuse my language. It goes back since before I was playing high school basketball. and that was a huge win. Shout out to the players, staff, CB, Keith, all of y'all. Good job, fellas.
Yeah, it's funny because earlier in the year I called CB after watching a couple games and we spoke about the team, and I spoke on Gio specifically because when I came and coached that little game last year, the little exhibition game, Gio was on my team, and I watched Tech a little bit, but I was watching him and I'm like, man, like he could play. I spoke to him after the game. I said to him, I was like, man, yo, you can really play. Like keep doing your thing or whatever. And at the beginning of the year, a couple games I saw, he was struggling a little bit, and I was talking to CB, and I was like, man, it don't look like Gio really got better and things like that, right? We was talking about Gio a little bit, you know, and CB was backing him. He's like, nah, you know, he worked hard in the off season, and just give him some time, he'll put it together. And CB was right, man. He's been playing amazing this year, and the rest of the guys are following their leader. And they're playing pretty good basketball right now, man. When you're looking at just the city, I mean, I'm watching the games, man. If we're talking about guards, I mean, him and JJ, right? Like, you could say who's one and you could say who's two, whatever you want to do. But like him and JJ are clearly at the top. I don't think there's an argument for that. When you start to go statewide, there's a lot more guys, right? You got Mana at Malden Catholic, and you got other guys. You got the kid at BC High and stuff like that, right? So there's some guys, but Gio's legit, man. He's playing amazing basketball, yo, and he's and like CB said, he's more than just a scorer. He's doing a little bit of everything. Me personally, I think the non-recognition comes from what it's always been, man. If you had Tech and you had St. Mary's, you have to be extraordinary to get the recognition. I think it's different if you have a public school, you're averaging 20. If you have Tech and you're averaging 20, for whatever reason, people in the city look at it different. You know what I'm saying? So I think I mean, don't worry about what people are saying, man. He's showing on the court that he's one of the guys.
Yes.
Well, you know, I'm on the other half of the rivalry, so you know I'm a Spartan. It was great for both. You know, mixed feelings. You know, never want to see my Spartans lose, but congratulations to Tech. They played well. Gio and Trav, they juniors or seniors?
They're all juniors.
So
juniors,
I would say that dynamic and nucleus might be like the old Tech team. Next year, they might have a chance to, you know what I mean, to run the table. How St. Mary's looking this year, based on the history, when you lose to Tech and you got one loss, you got a chance to win the chip, because that's what happened to us. So, you know, hopefully both teams go far in the chip and in the playoff, and you know, come through some championships.
Yeah, it's also
too. They both will.
It's just more important for Tech because their biggest issue, one of the biggest issues is you're losing. They lost Jaden and Edric, so those two big guys they lost. But they got the young kid Diaz. I think he's a sophomore, big kid. So they've been trying to like get him,
work him in.
Yeah, work him in. So because you know Jaden and Edric, they were kind of those bigs. Like if they grab the boards, they get the offense started. So it kind of they had to like change up their offense a little bit. But now if you're watching the kid Diaz from like game 1 to now. He does what he's asked to do specifically. Go in there, grab rebounds, put backs, play some defense. He's been doing that very well. And then I don't know if you saw it down the stretch, and like he had a big 3-point play down the stretch. That when when St. Mary's got it close.
Yeah, no, I watched it. I saw it. The number 0 kid was that Trav. He had some big shots. Gio was, you know, killing all games, slowed down in the second half, but I mean, he already put a whole game's worth of work in by halftime. Brandon played great D on JJ, man. Everything JJ got, he had to earn when Brandon was out there on him. He played great D, brings energy, hit some shots. They played good last night. It was a good game.
Definitely a good game. Definitely a good game. If y'all missed it, it's on YouTube. Go check it out. Go check it out. I was also live streaming on Instagram. I live streamed it on Instagram, and the comments in that Instagram was crazy because everybody was just screaming at the refs in the comment section.
I'm not really a live supporter, but I did click on your live, and sometimes when they ask you to accept us, is that just so we can comment on it?
Nah, I think it's like when they ask you if you got the invite is like you could be on the screen and stuff like that.
I don't be on those
yeah. But usually once you tap in, you just watch and stuff like that. You can watch and comment, and yeah, I live streamed all 3 of the games yesterday, and they was fighting in that comment section. It was hilarious.
As they should be.
Yeah, it was hilarious, but it was really a great night of hoops to close out.
Right, to be going into the tournament too like this. That's great for both teams.
Iron sharpens iron.
It's great for both teams. And their family.
Yeah. Classico's playing tonight. They're in Chelsea. They got the big.
Even though St. Mary's hosting that tournament, has an opportunity to play up and play a team that's that could push them a little more. But
oh, for real?
Yeah, he's right.
I didn't even know that.
There was some talk about that, them choosing their own schedule pretty much for that tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not having Malden Catholic come to my school and I'm not playing them.
So it was a smart move.
So it was a smart move. Like there's no way I'm having them come and not play against them. But it is what it is.
But I ain't shopping Zion, man. We got to compete, man.
Yeah. It was definitely a great night.
He wanted to play. He wanted to play his cousin too. You know that.
No, they already played the Christmas tournament. But it's all good. State tournament, the pairings come out this weekend, so everybody's gonna find out where they're going, who they're playing. It all comes out this weekend, this Saturday actually. They're gonna find out who they're playing. Also, that win was also big for Tech. It'll boost them up. They
was in the top 10, right? Now they're gonna be in the top. I think that's gonna put them in the top 5.
They're gonna boost them up. They'll probably be in the top 5, but just record-wise and scheduling-wise, Tech's schedule was a pretty tough schedule. They played a lot of good teams, and they beat some of them too. So
I might have to grab you, dog. We're gonna be going to a couple of these games.
Yeah.
I like that. I
do. The tournament runs, you got to see me pop up.
As long as I done put so many miles in my car already, but geez.
And they're at neutral site, so I can be left alone.
Exactly.
Neutral, only like the quarterfinals and Final Four is a neutral site.
Well, I'll go sit in the corner and sit with you and Courtney or something.
But Classical has a chance to play in St. Mary's, right?
They do. Them two teams might have a chance to play each other, just depending.
Kip and Tech?
Kip is
5.
No, Kip and Tech. I think Kip is 4. I think Kip moved to 4.
Okay.
Yeah. They keep changing.
Good luck to everybody that actually made the tournament.
Yeah.
Man.
Proud of all the Lynn teams. Even the girls too. We can't forget about them.
Every team should have made the tournament.
They've been balling.
One team had 8 wins. Oh man,
St. Mary's girls ball.
Kind of cool thing happened today. I was able to get 4 out of the 5 players that scored 1,000 points. Get a picture of them because that's kind of history right there. And I don't know if you could tell us when was the last time 5 players scored 1,000 in a season. Has that ever happened before? Or if you know, I was asking around if anybody knows.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. The other points really don't matter, so I don't know.
Yeah, but now we got 4 out of the 5 here this morning to get a group picture and all that.
Who was the one missing?
JJ wasn't here.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about I've only seen 2 in the same year.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if any other people from other schools scored down.
I think the most 2 was most, but yeah, we gotta get out of here. And update on your team and how you guys doing and games coming up for you guys.
Yeah, we just came back from a session. We just went 4-1 the last weekend, man. The tournament before that, we went undefeated in that tournament. So we've been playing pretty good basketball since Springfield. Since we were in Springfield about a month or so ago. We got nationals coming up in March, so we'll find out seeding in probably a week or 2. Go down there, the nationals, and try to win one. Some of my guys are playing great basketball right now. The kid John, man, he had another amazing weekend. Couple offers. Adrian Wojnarowski came down, watched our game, introduced herself to us, talked to John after because he's the GM at St. Bonnie's now. So, a lot of things are going right now, man. It's that time of the year, getting ready for nationals. A lot of schools calling, poking their heads around for guys. So, good time of the year, man. Everything's falling.
It looked like for nationals.
It depends on how we're seated with side one, and then I would have to see what side one to tell you, how deep I think we could make a run, man. Because we got some tough teams in our league, man.
Ike, how many teams make the tournament?
I want to say, I think everybody gets in. You just get seeded up. So by your record, right? So the worst record team will play like the top team in the league, or maybe like the third team, top 2 teams get a bye, whatever it is. I got to see how they're doing it this year. We added teams to the league this year too, so I got to see how they figure out how they plan on doing it.
The ball, you know what I mean? So I know it's a little different. They probably do it a little different up there.
All right. Your parlays hit for the Super Bowl?
What you say?
Did your parlays hit for the Super Bowl?
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Did your parlays hit for the Super Bowl?
Oh, nah, man. A lot of prop bets didn't come through. Kansas City didn't do nothing.
So many people's parlays didn't hit. I mean,
Man, all the prop bets, anything you had on Kansas City did not hit unless you had unders on everybody.
Right. Word. You ain't lying. You had to pick unders to win that.
That game was awful.
Oh my gosh. Lynn Classical, they are at Chelsea tonight. Then they close out their season at Woburn. They picked up a win Monday over Melrose. Cam Rucker, 16 points, 5 assists. Roki and Shy combined for 30. Okay. One had 16, the other 14, and the bigs just doing their thing. So 2 more games, and they might get a home game for the tournament or not, but I'll be heading to Chelsea right after this to check them out.
What time is their game?
6 o'clock.
Chelsea, I said what up, man. I'll see him on Monday.
6 o'clock.
We'll see him on Monday.
If you can't make it, just go on my IG. I'm gonna live stream it on IG. So just go on there.
I might catch the first quarter. I gotta go ref tonight.
Keep the comments in shambles.
Oh man.
All right.
I applaud you for repping, bro.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Jarnell. Today's his birthday.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jarnell.
Happy birthday to
I'll
Jarnell.
see you somewhere.
Yeah. Civi's birthday's coming up this weekend. Happy birthday to
Saw him yesterday.
Tumba's birthday's coming up. Happy birthday to my brother.
Happy
birthday. Yeah. Who else got a birthday?
What month is it?
February.
I don't know February.
He said what month is it?
Yeah, that's
I'm on vacation, bro.
Yeah, those ought to be their.
What day it is, what month it is, I don't
Those
know.
ought to be their shout outs. Those ought to be their shout outs, man.
We're having a good time.
Also, shout out to Windsor head coach, Windsor School in Connecticut. Their high school basketball head coach, Ken Smith, picked up his 700th career win yesterday. So shout out to him. Congratulations on that. Yeah, 700. A lot of wins.
Yeah, that's a lot of years. But
yeah, we out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll catch y'all next week.
He's at least